Welcome to another second league. This is a list that I based off of the list that I played on Monday, so yesterday, and I made some changes based on some things that I liked and some things that I didn't like. We just played another league that you're gonna be able to check out in the description in the below this video. Um, Things I liked: Boros, Stronghold, Sunhome actually were very good in this league. Um, the explorers were okay, and the sideboard actually some of the cards were pretty good. Honestly, the single card that I would like to have more access to more copies of is Dismember. So this hand needs a Titan. If I find it is a turn 4 Titan on the play, we can do better though. You see? So with this hand, I'm gonna keep, and I think I'm gonna actually bottom the Rot Farm. Is that great? It's a little bit risky, I think, but probably worth the risk. Like, any land just gives me Titan mana on turn 4. And I think I'd rather have access to the castle because the castle allows me to explore on 2 and gather more information about what I want to do next. So I definitely think I want to be exploring on turn 2 and not turn 3/4. And I'm playing a 30 land deck, right? I'm gonna find famous last words, but I'm gonna find another land, right? In my 30 land deck, I have 27 draws. If this is Grixis Shadow and they have Stubby D here, we get got. That's a nice way to play around Stubby D. So let's do it. Now we have turn 3 Titan. Poggers. Wait, is this Dredge? Maybe this is Dredge. No, it's Jundo. Ren? It's like $100. How am I ever gonna beat that card? Castle. Castle. And this is why we play 4 castles, baby. This is why we play 4 castles. Turn land you control? Yeah, I click there. What are you messing with me? And I'm going to hold this Explorer until after I attack with my Prime Time, and I'm going to be casting the Explorer off of the other stuff, because it actually allows me to develop my mana. Primeval Titan. Play this guy. And I think I'm going to clear the rain, actually. Garrison Stronghold. If my opponent doesn't have a ward, it's going to be harder for them to kill me, right? That's just a fact. So, options. I could go for Gruul Turf here. The problem with doing that is... Can I get got by anything? There's no way my opponent has main deck. Land destruction, right? But I guess it's kind of free for me to play around main deck land destruction. Yeah, okay, let's do this. I'm just doing this because I can, basically. Like, we are so far ahead at this point. that the only way that we can potentially lose is to something like very stupid, like my opponent having main deck fulminators or something like that. So because we're so far ahead, I can actually afford to play around my opponent having something stupid like main deck fulminators. Field Antilles is probably right. Yeah. I mean, that's obviously the superior play, right? But I just explained why I am choosing to go for something else, mostly because we are so far ahead that we can afford to do it. If this were a close game, I would have not done what I just did, right? But it's not. We pay for our pact. Play Garrison. Bounce here. Replay. Bounce here. Transmute. Summoner's Pact. Primeval Titan. I'm going to activate Castle with white floating. Find prime time. Vesuva Valakut. Kobu211, thank you for the follow. 16, 17. Okay, so I can't percent lethal. That's fine though. Now we're actually going to go for that. What I said would have been the correct line last turn, but because, again, looked it up. Alright, Jund. Aethergust is good. Bog, Field, Explosives, Uro, Beast Withins. And I'm pretty torn on this member, honestly. Definitely has some situations where it's great, but when it's bad, it's really, really bad. And right now, like the main reason to play this member before was to have access to an answer to an early Bob. But this member is going to rarely beat Tarmogoyf, especially when we are actually making it easier for their Tarmogoyfs to be 5/6s and 6/7s. So I think I'm gonna try not bringing in this member here. How do you ever lose with this deck? Your opponent plays an Ashiok, and then your deck is significantly worse. Trust me, Andrea. Just like that, your opponent plays Ashiok, and whoop, your deck just becomes a lot worse. We could shave a Misty, or we could shave a Sunhome. I feel like I'm into shaving Sunhome here. Let's see how that works out. Dismember for Crocside, yeah. So when they play it on turn 2 in response to the die trigger, you can kill it. You know, you can almost kill it. I guess this is a very, very reluctant keep. Just, I mean, we have a ton of lands in a matchup that is all about hitting my land drops. We have Explore, which is the best card in the matchup. Do you need to go Squatter? It kills Raging Ravine, which can be sometimes very relevant. Not sure what you mean. You need red for the Stronghold anyway. Is there a reason not to use Hammer Garrison instead of Slayer Stronghold? Yes, because you don't always have drive. Yeah, it's actually the other way around. Like okay, so my opponent has an Ashiok. It's actually the other way around because we have Dryad. We play the Garrison. Otherwise, we wouldn't. The battlements, not the Garrison. Sorry. The reason to play battlements is because if you have a Dryad in play, you can enable this play pattern with an Amulet in play, where you can actually get a Valakut as you do things. That's not a horrendous draw. It's not a great draw either, but at least it means that we get to explore here and we don't get so absurdly far behind. I think I choose to play around Fulminator. I'm only going to be able to play around Fulminator for a limited time before I'm forced to play my stuff out. But Boris Garrison means you get to play Sun Home for double strike, making it easier to win without Dryad. Yeah, I mean that's the point. You are Big Noting, thank you for the follow. Basically, there's the trade-off is battlements makes your Dryad draw significantly better, while the counterpart of that is that Boros Sunhome makes your non-Dryad draws significantly better. The classic. Nothing like purposely wanting to make your Goyf smaller. How many videos have I made where I explain why you should not do that and people are still doing that? Yeah, at least they mill themselves. At least they mill themselves. So it's a little bit less bad than what people often do. Bloodbraid into Croxa. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna have to discard these and take 3. But Jukibog would be an amazing draw right here. Oh man. Almost a good draw. Almost a good draw. I guess if they go for Croxa here, that's not terrible for me. I pitch one of these explosives. Oh man. Would have been great to be able to answer this in a pretty straightforward fashion. Quite 4. Would you get bog? Oh, come on. At least do it draw step. My opponent with the classic Ashiok minus surgical combo. Come on. And they exiled. Oh. Oh, man. Do people just not think? People just play an automatic way too often, right? That is what's going on. It's just my opponent's playing an automatic, and they're not even thinking about what it is that they're doing. I actually made a mistake. I wanted to do this the other way around. That was a big punt. I was thinking that I could like spit out my hand, but that's just not true. I'm 1 mana short of spitting out my hand. I thought that I had one more untapped source. One more land that I could play. That was pretty bad. Okay, how do we fix this now? You need to play Pool from Eternity, yeah. Going to register for the SCG right now so you can lose to me. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I just punted this away. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I'm actually dead on board now. Yeah, I should have played this on 2, which is what I intended to do, but I was thrown away by my opponent autopiloting that I just autopiloted myself and got punished by it. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Okay, so in order to fix it, I guess I need to chump block now. Holding this in hand to discard to the Croxa. Next turn I can play EE for 2. Crack both EE. And I still die. Feels bad, man. Playing attacks with Ravine. Well, I guess if we draw a Titan, we actually win now. So Titan off the top. Please and thank you. Titan off the top. Ah! Can't watch. Yes! This is too good. This is too good. This is too good. Oh, this is too great. Oh, prime time, never leave me again. Never leave me again. So I guess we're gonna do Wajugi Bog plus Field. Or we can do double Field. I mean, we're definitely getting Field. That part is the easy part. Now, what's the second one, though? We can have second Field, in which case we lose to Maelstrom Pulse. But that's fine. It's a one-off, and it's already my opponent's graveyard because they mailed it away. Because I'm starting to think that I don't really care about this Croxa, right? As long as I'm not attacked for lethal. If I get Bojuku Bog, I can get attacked by 3 dudes, and I just block them, and I go down to 1 if my opponent. Yeah, so this means that I don't die to push, at least, because Ravine cost my opponent 4 mana in order to... Yeah, so I think it's going to be Field plus Bog. Because it makes it harder for my opponent to answer my stuff. So my opponent would need to have land. No, land plus ball doesn't do it. Land plus push also doesn't do it. I think I have most things covered here. Remember when we had to attack with Titan to win a game? Those were the good times. So if they have... Oh yes, the second surgical extraction. I really hope that my opponent... they keep exiling the cards. Don't exile the card, opponent. You're making your goif smaller. I really hope that my opponent goes home and they say, you know what? This surgical extraction card is not very good against Amulet. I figured that out. I really hope that they do that. I really hope that they learned something from this. I'm pretty sure that even if they trade with this Titan, we can just play another one this very turn, right? They have 0 cards in hand. Yeah, this game is done. We're done. Just gain a million life. No, I mean, we're at 4, so there's no one card that my opponent can top deck that can kill me from this situation, right? Back to work. Seriously. Oh yeah, Andrea, have a good one. I'll see you later. So here they can double block, which is fine because I think what we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have way more than enough. So here we trade. Opponent draws a card. There's instant creature and landing in the graveyard though, so this Goif is not gonna grow. We're just gonna trade here. I guess I still, it would have been correct for me to trade the other way around, but all right. So can you please, opponent, surgical me again? Please surgical me again right now. So you at least think that your card is doing something. No surgical feels bad, man. All right. So I guess that they could have Lightning Bolt plus Lightning Bolt. We died to double Lightning Bolt, but that's fine. I guess that we can play around Lightning Bolt plus K command, so let's do that. Let's play around Lightning Bolt plus K command. And I guess that they could be playing Blood Moon too. They're playing Raging Ravine, so if they're playing Ravine, I assume no Blood Moon. But my opponent also brought Surgical against me, so I don't know what to think. Playing Titan over the weekend, and I fetched double Feel the Dead and played the land and thought I had the game locked up, but my opponent's last card was Rakdos Charm. That is hilarious. You don't ever play around Rakdos Charm, though. Huh, look at that. Look at that. They get back Lightning Bolt, they get back Blood Raid. Am I going, please, please, Elf into a Bolt. Oh. It would have been pretty awesome if my opponent just like K commands into a Bolt and I win because I played around exactly my opponent's literal only out. That would have been awesome. Yeah, it doesn't do it. All right. If you're a giant player watching the stream, do not, I repeat, do not bring Surgical Extraction against Amulet. You're not going to have a good time. Man, this hand is so close. No green mana is a ship, though. Do we go to 5? I think I have to keep this and hope that I get a little bit lucky. Bounce land would be great, so would a castle, I guess. Lands. Basically all I want is lands. All I need is lands. All you need is lands. Tutor arguments are so bad. I don't know why I debated myself into responding to some idiotic tweets. Yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes. I wonder if we're playing against E-Tron or Big Tron. Please don't have turn 3 Tron. Thank you. I remember the memes about bringing Rakdos Charm against Twin. Yeah, it was actually a thing sometimes. I remember bringing in Rakdos Charm against Twin. Alright, give me that bouncy. Give me that bouncy land. I mean, I guess that one also counts. Please don't have the turn 3 Thought Knot. I'm here for some wholesome Allosaurus Rider evolve into Primeval Titan. Yeah. That's literally what this channel is about, right? Nothing that I like better than Allosaurus Rider. Don't have the TKS. Oh. That one's good. That one is good. Poggers. Uncounterable Titan is the best kind of Titan. Everybody knows that. All you need is prime time. Do 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 do. All you need is prime time. Do 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 do. Oh, sure. Well, that's awesome. Now that makes my picks so much easier. Semi-growth chamber, Field of the Dead. Go. All you need is prime time. Do 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 do. It's possible that it would have been correct for my opponent to attack there. Just so they can get lucky and draw their last Tron piece and potentially do something that turn. Because now they are just super mega dead. Whoops. Attack with everything except this guy. And here we're gonna get Vesuva plus Ghost Quarter. Thudnutsir rears its ugly head. Actually, it's crazy how gross Thudnutsir is, like the full art. It's so disgusting. Okay, so we're gonna play Semi-Growth Chamber, bounce the Ghost Quarter. The only way that we can potentially lose, even though it's pretty impossible anyway, but the only way that we can potentially lose is my opponent fetches for Tron and they do something very broken on their turn, on their next turn. And having gotten the Ghost Quarter there locks that possibility out for them. So now there's simply literally 0 ways that they can answer my board, unless they have Eldrazi Temple into Simian Spirit Guide, but it looks like they don't. Okay, so we want these, we want these, we want that. Shave a couple of these, shave this one. Shave a couple of these, Explorer's great. Explorer is very good in this kind of matchup. Do 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 do. What are we against? Eldrazi Tron. Eldrazi Tron. Feel like I want to shave a land. Misty? Maybe one of these breeding pools. Log that on Twitter and let me tell you, that was the best decision I ever made. I think Twitter's cool. This hand is not cool though. This hand is cool though. Keep this. It can't be the Ghost Quarter because I'm gonna need an ETB on tap land. So it's either Field or Valakut. Valakut it is. Never logged in on Twitter, so my decision was better. Good. Hey, Adref, how's it going? Sick. We get to play our. Oh, no. I'm so dumb. I probably would have wanted to cast that one first, didn't I? Whoops. I get too excited that I top deck Amulet, which is amazing right there, so I get debated. So I think I'm gonna have to go squatter them. But I don't need to do anything until draw step, right? Obviously that Dryad draw was amazing, but alright, let's see what they do. If they go for a Tron land, then that forces my hand, and I have to go get the Ghost Squatter. They do go for a Tron land. Okay, so I have to go squatter them. Which feels pretty bad. Gonna go after the tower. Against the Tron, it's probably better for us to always try to go after the tower. The reason for this is that they are not as good as getting Tron online as as regular Tron. So the upside of making them spend more mana to cast their stuff, it's just not as it just doesn't happen as often. All right, so we're gonna play my land, pass the turn. Was preparing with GP Sao Paulo in March, playing Amulet. Nice. When's GP Sao Paulo? Thought Not Seer. I'm actually gonna let this resolve. They can take my Dismember, or they can take my Once Upon a Time. If they take my Once Upon a Time, that gives me a chance of firing it off here on end step and finding a Primeval Titan that we actually get to play this very turn because of the Amulet. If I don't, if they do take the Once Upon a Time, that means that I get to dismember the Thought Not Seer. They don't even know which card I'm drawing, which is extra value for me. So it's 100% the correct line to let the Thought Not Seer resolve. You see? My opponent just can't afford to let the Once Upon a Time resolve. So, in hindsight, my decision of not casting that Once Upon a Time was perfect. Because if I had found a Titan, then we would be in a worse spot. So clearly, I am a master. Second Amulet. I kind of don't want to play into a Blast Zone. So I think I'm just going to play my land here and pass the turn. If we manage to find a Titan, we're going to win. If we don't find a Titan, we're going to lose. That's pretty much the name of the game here. They are putting a not large amount of pressure, But still, like, we need to do something before this beats us down, because eventually this will kill us. Karn. Karn is kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. Sure. That's a roundabout way to do things, but I guess it works. Yeah, I'm actually going to play the Snow-Covered Forest here, because if my opponent destroys my turf, I can still Titan. If I had played the Radiant Fountain and they, like, I don't know, liquid metal coating my Girl Turf or whatever, then I don't have green mana. Green mana to activate Castle. So yeah, we're basically, if we find Titan, we're going to win. If we don't find the Titan, we are going to get run over by this Karn. Playing at GP West Palm Beach in April. Nice. Yeah, I actually looked at that GP to potentially go there, and it was just a little bit too expensive, so unfortunately I couldn't go there. Alright, that's gonna kill us quickly. Still, if we find a Titan this turn, we win easy. If we don't find a Titan this turn, things start getting way harder. Like, this is the turn. We either find a Titan here. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Titan. That's not a Titan. So next turn, they're gonna start going after our lands. So we probably have exactly one more turn to... Whoops. We have exactly one more turn to find the Primeval Titan. Unless they have another Smasher. Titan? Sweet. They could have double dismember, but I'm not playing around that. Like, I'm already far behind enough. And I need to get rid of this Carno. Because El Carno is gonna kill me otherwise. T-West Growth Chamber is the line here? I guess I like T-West Field better. So now this card doesn't do anything unless somebody has another Karn, but if they spend their turn playing another Karn, then I just win. So... All this dust doesn't do it either, right? They can cast all this dust, but I go down to 1, and then I start getting symbols. All this dust into Second Smasher would do it, though. All this dust into Ballista would also do it. Yeah, so I guess all this dust is actually a problem. Second Karn is not a problem. I guess they can get Ensnare and Bridge. Okay. That is annoying. So we need to find the blue source. But I also need to protect this Tolaria West. Because my opponent is able to code it. So I think I am going to play Turf here and bounce Tolaria West. Because I need it to be in my hand. Play another Amulet to play around Thoughtnuts here. And now we're drawing towards Force of Vigor, Pact, Green Pact, that is. Reclamation Sage. Engineer Explosives is not in my deck because of this very reason. So we have options. We have options. My opponent not having Chalice is also kind of a big deal. Huh, they're getting something. What are they gonna get? Ballista? Alright, so they want to put me on a 2-turn clock, I guess. So I guess I have 1 turn to draw something that gets me there. Force, Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool does it. Sweet. So we actually are gonna purposely choose for these to enter the battlefield tapped. Then we're going to float blue. Second Amulet trigger. Float blue, 1, transmute. Summon Respect. Summon Respect. For Reclamation Sage. Reclamation Sage. Blow up this. They could have gotten Torpor Orb. So this is 12. Yeah, we're done. Two and 0. Would you have been dead if they coding the breeding pool in response to the amulet triggers? Yes, yes, I actually would have. I actually would have. So they actually missed that line. They actually missed that line, yeah. Yeah, opponent punted by no coding. 100%. Yeah, because they also knew about the Tulare West in my hand, so it's not like that was a surprise or anything. Why not Vesuva on T-West for Rex Sage next turn? Because my opponent has coding plus Karn in play, right? So if they get my Tulare West, then I have nothing to transmute. If I draw another Tularia, I can just use one of my Tularias to enter tapped and give me 2 mana. If I find a blue source, like a Semi-Ghost Chamber or something, I can transmute a Tularia in my hand. And I don't have any ETB untapped blue sources. So it was correct for me to hold the Tularia West in my hand where it's safe. And this hand is, I think I'm actually going to keep this. Definitely an interesting one. But we're gonna get to actually cast both of these once upon a times. All right. No idea what this could mean. Wow, no bounce land and no Titan either. No bounce land and no Titan either. Guess I get Tularia West here. Celtics banner, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Tularia West, I guess. Yeah. It's not great. Misty. Okay, Amulet. I actually need this, so I have to once upon a time right now because I have to use this mana. So this might get countered. Hey you. So we can't Titan. Yeah, we can Titan this turn. Yeah, because I have 3 ETB tap lands. Sick. ETB tap lands are great. So if my opponent taps out, they lose. What are your thoughts on banning once upon a time? What to do if that happens? We just build our deck differently. So we're gonna do this. Gonna get a breeding pool here. Float blue. Float blue and 1. Transmute for Cavern. Been asked before, but what's your worst matchup for Amulet? I have a tournament this weekend. I don't want to get run over by Amulet all day. The worst matchup for Amulet is Blue-Black Mill. Out of the reasonably tiered decks, the worst matchup is Neobrand, followed by Infect. Storm is also pretty bad, but I don't know how good Storm really is. We're tapping out. Yeah, Shadow is also pretty bad. What makes Mill such a bad matchup? I mean, look at how the Amulet deck is built, and then look at how the Mill deck is built, and you're gonna start noticing some patterns. The one deck is literally built, like, just intrinsically. Speaking of this, like intrinsically, just by definition, basically, every single card in the Mill deck is just bonkers against Amulet. My opponent's gonna counter this because they can, which means that I'm gonna get to should I copy Snow Forest instead of Forest? Yeah, let's copy this. So float green, +1, Dryad, Ladies and Giant. Go. Why not They're a Titan? Because we can't. We don't have a bounce line. We just don't have enough mana. And I'm not gonna run into my opponent's counter magic, right? I'm not suicidal. Probably gonna bounce Dryad here. Bounce an Amulet. Interesting. Okay. We do find a land. So this means that we can Titan uncounterably. Seems pretty solid. Probably gonna get past here. Oh, they're doing that? Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna get a normal forest. So now they're tapped out of their blue mana, and I can't get God but an Ice Fang, so we're actually looking really good here. Do I want to 16 or do I want to clear the Tef is the question. I think I'm gonna clear the Teth. Also, this was a mistake. Like, the second Amulet doesn't add anything, and I would have been able to play the Azusa and get some extra zombies, so that was actually a punt. I didn't think ahead. I should have done that. This is my final list? Nope. Still testing. Always testing. If this is an Uro, then this is just game over. A Wrath, maybe? But they would have attacked if they were going to Wrath. Yeah, this is the flashback Uro. Okay, so that's game. Yeah, upon they didn't even let me take my turn. They're like, yeah, you got it. So I actually don't know whether my opponent is playing Control or they're playing Stoneforge. I'm going to assume that they're not playing Stoneforge. I'm going to assume they're not on Stoneforge. If I see stuff like Spell Queller or, things like that, I'm of course going to change my Cyberlane approach. Nice, I crushed them so quick. I don't know what's going on, Flex. I know. Feels bad, man. When you win on turn 1, on like turn 7 or something. I have 20 plus notifications on Twitter. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Okay, so this is yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. This is Cavernous Souls. I have Explore for turn 2. Okay. I'm gonna be fetching for a Burning Pool here. Burning Pool. Mystical Dispute, please. No Mystical Dispute. Never lucky. Basically, never lucky. Pog. Sure. We might need to. I'm suspecting that we're gonna be facing an Ashiok right about now. Beast Within, please. Are you a minus person? Oh, my opponent is a minus person. Jeez. Why do people not think? Why do people not think? It kind of blows my mind, honestly. I'm gonna name Giant here. It blows my mind because it's just so obvious to me, Like, it's so obvious to me that this is clearly not the line to take. How much mobile data MTG uses, I don't know. I could attempt to prime time here, but there's kind of no need for me to. So I'm just gonna continue taking it easy. While my opponent minuses their Ashiok for whatever reason. Had a friend minus Ashiok against me every week at FNM. I'm a bad friend for keeping my mouth shut until they figure out himself. No, I mean it's fine. Like I try to make it easier for people, because I'm a streamer and I want people to learn. But it's just one of those things that, and it's like the worst part, in my opinion, is just that. What am I trying to say here? Even in a situation like this, right? Even in a situation like this, it's just like you have cards like Uro in your deck, right? This is different, right? Because like now I'm gonna put the prime time on the bottom, like it forces me to do this. But like they've been doing that for no reason. And is this Jace? Yeah, that's actually a problem. I don't know, man. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the only defensible thing is for my opponent to mill themselves. If they were doing that, then we might be in a situation where it might make sense. But that is just not the case. My opponents just keep on milling me. And so far haven't really gotten any value at all. Like they get to know what my deck is, I guess. But now I can just like they need to answer my Stacy because I can just attack the Ashiok and now my entire deck is unlocked. And there's no reason for this to be the case, right? Like now they're gonna have to spend resources to answer my stupid 1/1 because they minused for no reason. And again, they didn't even get value from like setting up their Uros or something, which would have been a little bit better at least. But this is just I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like I would like to know why are you minusing? What are you getting? You're exiling my one of scars, but you're not costing me anything, right? You're literally not costing me anything. You're just costing yourself. And that is the part that I don't understand. It's hard for people to grasp the odds of that happening from an Ashiok activation. Yeah, it's just like they exile like a couple of random things, but like whatever. Okay, so they had a second Ashiok, I guess. That makes things they keep on doing the same thing. So I guess that they're just trying to use it as a win condition or something. Maybe that's what's up. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like if you're doing something like this, like you're tucking in like one of my dudes or whatever, and then you mill them away. Like if you have something else going on, this makes sense to me. But even if they have a second copy of Ashiok, we've done this multiple times here on stream, where in the time between my opponent's Ashiok dying and the second one coming into play, I can either counter the second one, which I could have very easily, by the way. My opponent doesn't have perfect information about my hand, and I could have had a mystical dispute, which they would have, just they would have fell face first into my mystical dispute. And second of all, I can, if I am holding on to a pact to a pact in hand, I can actually go ahead and I can set up like a situation where I just pact for something relevant in response, and then just get value from that. Draw the Suba. All right. So we know that they have the fairy, so they're not on Stoneblade. They are actually on blue on Bant control. So I don't want dismembers. I do want scouts. And I don't want these, but I might want that because of Ashiok. I think I don't though, so I think I'm just gonna submit the same. If they hadn't fielded Valakut Dry, it would have been a pretty natural. Yeah, for sure. However, they did though, so. This hand has some things I really like, and also some things I really don't like, which is the fact that we have no place until turn a million, so I'm just gonna ship that. This is okay. We definitely need some blue sources, obviously, but we have multiple answers to Ashiok or some other planeswalker. Our land situation is not great, but barring that, I like everything else. So I think I'm just gonna ship the summoners back. Take out Uro since they minus Ashiok. No, Uro is still pretty solid. Vesuva, that's actually not a bad draw. Getting to Vesuva, your opponent's land for value, always feels so good. And step up. Opponent misplay that island. That's funny. Sure. I don't feel like I'm far ahead enough to Mystical Dispute and Astrolabe. Field, okay. So here I'm playing the field because I kind of don't really care. Exo, how's it going? I'm proud of myself. I drafted the same main deck this morning after watching your League of Punts list. Nice, Exo. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for that tier one sub. Alright, so I could have played Reading Pool and Shocked in order to play around Ashiok plus my opponent's dispute. But like I still had the Beast Within, so it's kind of whatever. Getting a card there would have been nice. So now we have Dispute plus Beast Within, which is nice. What is this? Cryptic Command, bounce my land. That seems worth disputing, because if my opponent slams an Ashiok here, I just win, right? Sure. Sanctuary for Cryptic. Sure. Ashiok. I guess I do fetch in response. I'm interested in triggering field here, though. Gonna see a minus. Of course we are. Uh, we're gonna run face first into stroke, like a million different things, but like my opponent's gonna draw cryptic command right now, so mana leak, yeah. That really sucks. Just don't have, like, now they're gonna draw cryptic, so I just don't have the time. Fairy. Cavern? Pog. One, two, three, four, five, six. Gust. Feels bad, man. This guy's pretty hard to beat, not gonna lie. Snap Gust would be a real problem. Here we go again. Sweet. Alright, so we're gonna get definitely Bordeaux's Garrison and I guess Slayer's Stronghold. This allows me to set up future Titans. And I feel like I'm gonna bounce Bog and replay it. Path. But at least my opponent still does not have a clock. Can't say I ever use my Fortress Hospice, but I could say not. Another Uro, okay. But this time around, at least they don't have enough to escape. Definitely interested in clocking this dude, though. Alright, so move to combat. Probably gonna have to Cryptic tap and draw. Tap plus bounce Sanctuary. Yeah. That's what I thought they were gonna do. Because they have the fairy going. So at this point, this is kind of the lock, so I need to draw something to counter the Cryptic, I think. Sure. I guess they were gonna discard to hindsight, so. Alright, so we need to draw something to counter what my opponent has, because next turn they are gonna ult Teferi and things are gonna get real hard there. Once upon a time. Well, I guess that we can do this first. Oh, wow. Okay. Everything at Teferi. Settle the wreckage. Okay. Path here. They do path here. But I'm still clocking the Teferi, though, which is the most important thing. Another one? Okay. They have another path? Wow, that's crazy. Do you also have the Force? You don't have the Force. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Hanging by a thread. No. Valakut Teferi. Oh, yes. Hanging by a thread there. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Things are getting tough out here. Things are getting tough out here. Alright. What can we find? That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Okay, so they don't have Gust in the yard. So they would have needed to naturally draw another Aether Gust. Let's think here. I think we attack first. Because even if my opponent plays the Quaddle, attack Jace, we can double strike the Dryad. But I'm interested in tapping my opponent out. So red, white here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we still have enough mana to cast Titan. Yes, sweet. Okay, so we're gonna trade here. We're going to double strike here. White, red, 1 and 1. So we trade our bros. And now my opponent needs to have naturally drawn. Make this uncounterable. Naturally have drawn Aether Gust, which they didn't naturally draw. Man, what a game! What a freaking game. Boom. Boom. Fields. Give me those triggers. Yes! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! Get out of here with your planeswalkers. Hell yeah! Whoo! Get out of here with your planeswalkers. Yes! Yes! Pew, 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 pew. Hell yeah, baby! Hell yeah! Now that is a game! That is a game of Magic the Gathering. That is a game of Magic the Gathering. Whoo! That was something else. I really felt like we were behind the entire game, and somehow, boom, we got there. Granted, with a couple of timely top decks, but I feel like my play was pretty tight. Not gonna lie, I feel like my play was pretty tight, and I'm gonna keep this. So this is a turn 3 Titan? Yeah, but I put them in that situation, right? Because of my sequencing and just played Mail Beware. That's rough. Like I was the one that forced them into that situation, right? If I hadn't played in such a way that made my opponents, that forced my opponent into those suboptimal plays, they would have gotten there pretty handily. You played for a window and they'd open it exactly. Scalding Tarn. What can these mean? Shadow? Maybe Shadow? Hope it's not Shadow. Well, I guess now we'll find out quickly enough. Uro. Blade? Is this Stoneblade? Again, Stoneblade? Jeez, this league has been long. It has been a long league. Tap for white, tap for red. Haste. Not really afraid of anything here because the snake doesn't even have that touch right here. And you see, we just doubled our clock. We literally doubled our clock because we're playing Stronghold. Nice meme. It's just stuck now. Yeah, but yeah, I've been wrong before. I'm not afraid to be wrong. That's why I'm not erasing the command. I find it funny. Um, though to be fair, all the stuff that I was considering is still true, right? This gives my opponent a fair amount of information because I'm just playing out a rot farm for no reason. So they kind of know now that my last card in hand is another bounce land, but it's just like, what are they gonna do about it, right? But I want to make sure that next turn, if I need to start triggering Valakut or Field, I can do that easily. We're really within here. Is this like Timur? It looks like it's some Timur stuff. Yeah, MTG bot is MTG bot is drunk by definition, honestly. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to think if there's any way, like, what am I trying to do here? So I play my Titan, uncounterable, obviously, and I get Valakut. I can just get double Valakut and still haste, or I can get Valakut. Valakut Field is the best option for me. Yeah, that's the best option, and then I just stop both of those. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And we're still holding a land drop. No sixth person was ever wrong, right? That's why we still don't have more than 640 KV of RAM. All right, so I have to assume that my opponent is playing some kind of like teamwork stuff. So I'm not gonna bring in Force, but I am going to bring in Rex Sage just to hedge a little bit. We definitely want these cards, and I'm not gonna bring in Dismember. So the castles can go. Ghost Quarter can also go. One of these, all of these, one amulet, and I'm leaving in explosives. It might be terrible, but it's kind of as a hedge. Shape one Azusa. Every time I shave one Azusa, I imagine a Azusa with like a Gillette or something, and like shaving. Neo brand. That's basically an evergreen command in the channel. Neoform. I just like this one. Yeah, that's probably like the best command in the channel. That's very weird. That pop off. What do you think it's weird, Shadow? Look at all of the 3-drops. Granted, a bunch of those are not really 3-drops, but yes, I guess. We are on the draw, however. We might need to once upon a time on turn 1. Oh, the Imagine Asusa shaved? Yeah. Too much salt on the rim. Or not enough salt. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pay these tapped. Like, there's probably nothing blue that I want to counter onto anyway. Maybe they have a rain onto, but no, they don't. Okay. Now the question is, do I want to once upon a time here? And I think I do. Looking for a bounce land over everything else. Huh. I guess that if they attempt to counter here, remand. I think I actually dispute here. Because I kind of really need to find something. Misty Rainforest, Semi-Gross Chamber, that's what I want to find. Note that if this remand resolves, then I just cannot recast this once upon a time, so I'm just dead. Blood Moon, Magus. Alright, good to know. Nice. Also, Sulfur Falls plus Mystic Sanctuary. The story as old as time. So we just need to find our basic. I know that there was a Misty in there, but like the Misty doesn't really help me, right? Wait, what? Pog. I'm low-key excited about this. Alright, so those dismembers that I said I didn't want, they're coming right back in. And before they kill us, yeah, that would be exciting. This is actually an interesting tech that people I have seen more and more right now, which is playing Magus instead of Force, instead of actual Blood Moon. Forest? Alright. We can pack it in here. Just got Magus. Dismembers? Yes, please. Still want these cards, I think. Explosives feels a little bit less exciting now. Beast Within is the same. I think I just don't want Uro. Usually I play 3 Magus and 3 Moon. I think that saying usually is just... I don't know, like... I feel like there's very little amount of decks right now that have stock lists. I'm gonna keep here, and I think I'm gonna ship the Beast Within. Feels pretty bad, but I think it's correct. Go to Forest, play Amulet, say go. Well, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. How do we like that draw, chat? Next turn we can cast Titan with Dispute. I can't even do that. How do you do that? Too good. Hashtag Amulet. I guess that my opponent might have Force as well. Considering this snap resolved, they don't have it. Sweet. Making me sweat it. They're making me sweat it. So many control decks I've faced today. Yes. It's a pretty resilient hand. Turn 1 Scout. We have a Titan. No swinging that game with Dispute. I mean, they could have something and a Force. Like, it's my turn, right? So if my opponent has Force, they can get value. If Monday ban Neoform and Grinding Station is so good, yeah, that would be great. Have I played against Astrolabes literally every match this league? Did that just happen? I think that's what happened, right? I played against Astrolabe decks literally every match. Have I been liking Uro over Baloth? Yeah, it's been cool. Pan Astrolabe 2020. I mean, it's fine. It's just like, speak of diversity, right? Um, Man, I'm 1 mana short of Dryden in Transmuting this turn. Feels bad, man. I wonder if I should have Transmuted for Pact. Also, funny thing, we can use Vesuva to copy Mystic Sanctuary in order to... Oh no. Because this only if it interstapped. Yeah, okay, never mind. We can't, because Vesuva always interstapped. For a second there, I got excited, but it doesn't work. Imagine being forever complaining about matchup luck. I mean, I'm not complaining about matchup luck. I'm complaining about matchup diversity. Like it's pretty likely that our Astrolabe matchups are not bad for us. I can see an Astrolabe banning in Legacy for its ability to play 4-color fight against 4-color pile, but I'm not sure the Modern is quite there yet. Nah, I think Modern is fine. Second Emery. Okay. So I think this sucks. This really, really sucks, but I think that I am going to transmute for Valakut. I'm just not gonna have enough time to Titan. Well, yeah. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Is this actually lethal? Yeah, it's actually lethal. I was trying to think about the next level play, and I forgot that I can just draw the nuts, and, you know. Grumble, skill game. Exactly. Alright, so we want these, we want these, we want these. We might want these and this. These are options. Don't like this. We can shave one of these. Do like Cavern. I don't like Ghost Squatter. Don't like Radiant Fountain. I do like Amulet. Shave on Asusas. Better lucky than good. I mean, I was trying to be good, right? Like, that's the point. I was trying to make sure that I can play around the stuff that I see from my opponent. So I was going to actually transmute for a Valakut with a bounce land in play, so I can start triggering Valakut and get there that way, right? And just like make sure that I can nuke my opponent's board and they can't get going. But then I just drew the absolute perfect card and things became a lot easier. Yeah, we did Exo. I wonder if we should even be doing this. Well, yeah, I guess it blows up Breach. I suspect my opponent's playing a Breach version. They could play would not have won that turn though. No, it wouldn't have. But I was not playing to win that turn. I was playing to make sure that I don't lose because I'm in a very unfavorable matchup, right? And I'm trying to cover all my bases. I like this hand though. I kind of don't like that this is like a pretty big tell that I go turn one, shock, play nothing. Like I'm telegraphing this dispute. Telegraphicking. Is that a verb? That's not a verb, right? That's definitely not a verb. Ooh, I almost punted there. I'll try it. Play Amulet. Play Growth Chamber. Yeah, I think I'm good with lands, so I'm just going to grab the Vesuva here. And I missed the follow. Yeah, Ember Claw, thank you for the follow. So they're probably going to minus on the Amulet here. And they will land also with the follow, thank you. It's pretty good. So we replay the Amulet. Play this. Play a Urza. Play land. Play this. Play Dryad. Can you believe that people actually choose to not play Asus, to not play 4 Asusas? That's crazy to me. Why 2 Explorers? I'm trying it out. It's been nice. Meddling makes makes. Thank you for the follow. Merlin was pointing out that the lucky play was better there, hence better be lucky than good is still technically correct. That's fair. That's fair. So we're going to start here with step number 1. Get out of here, Tef. Now that Tef chose to be out of here, transmit through Cavern. Play 1. Play 2. I guess I should have played my lands before transmitting for the Cavern. It's honestly kind of whatever. I'm definitely going to be transmitting for Pact of Negation. I just have too many land drops, I think. Well, I guess that they could actually mess me up here, never mind. Like, if they bounce the Asusa here, they actually mess me up. Or they pass the Asusa or whatever. Well, I guess if they... Yeah, if they path, it actually works, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, it doesn't. Never mind. It actually punted. I should have played the first one. When the first one resolved, I should have went Asusa plus bounce. See what OP does here. Yeah, I'm playing 3 S's. That was a joke, Yashua. That was a joke. Love you playing this deck. Can you say hello for me? Yeah, Greco, hello. Name is Gerbil and I write to you from Italy. Very big fan. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Thank you for hanging out here. I don't think I've seen you before on stream. So yeah, welcome, welcome. If you are a YouTube follower, then that's awesome. I love it when people that usually find me on YouTube get to see me live. You actually punted this turn. Yep, I messed this turn up. Messed this turn up. Like, we're still gonna get to Titan here, but made things a little bit more awkward. 2 west. Growth Chamber. Go get Pact of Negation. Five and L. E. C. 5-0. Feels good. I like this list a lot. I like this list a lot. The only thing, like, this actually came up so many times. Like, we played 2 leagues and this came up so many times. Like, I'm just sold that I like having access to this. Like, I think this is worth it. I think that playing these lands is just worth it. At least 3 or 4 matches were won just on the fact of having access to these lands. So yeah, I think that in the future I'm just going to keep on playing Stronghold Some Home Garrison. I liked it a lot. Oh, nice, Greco. Sweet. Yep. So hopefully we see you in here pretty more often. Sweet. Going back to 80% win rate, easy. Yeah. Ban this filth. Update Stream Decker. What about changing the Slayers for the one that gives haste? Thank you for the follow, Greco. The Stream Decker is updated, first of all. And the second thing is, what about changing Slayer for the one that gives haste? I literally just explained how I thought that this was like so much better. Like, there are a ton of upsides for this over the other one. And I think that this is just good enough that it's worth playing this over the other one, over Battlements. The only thing, however, which I actually really liked about Punt's list is Crumbling Vestige. There's 2 things that I would like to fit in the list. Number 1, Crumbling Vestige, and number 2, Bujugu Bog in the main deck. The sideboard has felt pretty good. Uro it's been okay. It's been good in the grindy matchups, much more so than Bailout would have been. To be fair, Freedmania, thank you so much for the Twitch run sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. What's the best fetch land if you're only playing one? The best fetch land is... So the tier for fetch lands is, at the top of the line we have Onslaught fetch lands, so Wooded Foothills, Windswept Heath with the nice art. Second tier, it would be Misty Rainforest / Verdant Catacombs with the original art, of course. That is the OG Zendikar. Tier 3 would be Misty / Verdant Catacombs with the Modern Masters art, which would be this one, which is the same art, but it has the ugly little thing in the bottom, and it has the ugly newer frame. And worst tier is the Khan's Fetches. Windswept Heath OG art. Yeah, I do enjoy the Wooded Foothills OG art a lot as well. But yeah, whatever fetches you play, you have to make sure that they are. If you're playing one, it's like whichever one you like best, and if you're playing two or three, they need to be like mismatching one of each to play around Piety Needle effects and such. What about changing this layer for the one? Yeah, so we talked about that. It's still lethal. Yes, yes. So basically, it's still lethal if you have the Dryad, and it also makes your non-Dryad Primeval Titan draw significantly better. What else? What else? What else? You have 2 slots for the ability 20 people? I don't know what you're saying, Mishra Sweatshop. Would you care to explain so I can answer if it's a question? Um, like they would the ones for cons. It's just that it has the ugly frame, and the OG frame it's always strictly better. New art bad, MTG art criticism in a nutshell. Yeah, I mean, but that's just facts, right? There's only one card in the entire Magic the Gathering whose alternate art is superior to the OG art, and that card is Knight of the Reliquary. Hi, new to the stream. Are you showing gameplay? Yes. First of all, welcome, Olbinski. And we just finished playing 2 leagues back to back. So I am deep briefing a little bit and talking about the changes that we made and the stuff that I liked and why I liked what I liked. But yeah, I'm going to finish the stream here because I am going to, be hungry. But I still think that it's important to do a little short debrief to talk about, the potential changes and whatnot. Why do you play Slayer Stronghold and not Horror Battlements? Because the effect is so much like it just makes your Titans more powerful when you don't have a Dryad in play. Saros, thank you for the follow. When you don't have a Dryad in play and you have these cards, your Titans are so much better. And when you naturally draw these cards, you actually get to pressure your opponent. We actually saw this multiple times throughout the league. So if you are just here, Il Greco, make sure that you check out the YouTube VOD because you're gonna see like multiple times where both Boros Gary, where Sunhome and Slayer Stronghold came up. And if I had access to battlements instead, I would have lost that game pretty easily. But I ended up winning because I had access to these lands. I'm gonna play another league. I just played 2 leagues, so I'm going to stop after this. I have to make some videos for my Patreons. Shouldn't one turf be a sanctuary if back on Stronghold plus Sunhome? Yeah, we can do that. That's actually a good catch. I totally missed that. There we go, fixed it. Yeah, you're actually correct, Ragnell. New Art Salia original, to be honest, I disagree wholeheartedly. Not the GB promo Primetime art. I think the GB promo Primetime art is just gross. I don't like it at all. For those of you that are wondering, Primeval Titan Grand Prix, this is the other art. Explain to me, like this dude. This look just looks like it's confused, right? This dude is just like, wait, what? What's up? What's up? I don't know. Like this dude is here to fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to mess around with this guy. With the other guy, with this guy, you can mess around with, But with this one right here, you don't want to mess around with this guy. It's not gonna go well for you. So yeah, this art is significantly better, and if you think otherwise, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. Nah, you're not. You're of course entitled to have your opinion, but I'm just stressing the meme. If Dryad ever gets reprinted, the new art will probably be better. Shut up, Oliver. Dryad will never get reprinted. You save the 2 slots running battlements, but you sacrifice the 20 power Titan draws. Yeah, exactly. And again, like they're randomly relevant situations where playing both offense and defense is important. And we even won a match today where the Dryad just naturally dealt 8 damage. We attacked down planeswalkers with random sombos that we were able to kill only because of having access to these lands. Like it does come up. It does come up for sure. Why one copy of Fur in the sideboard and why only one? Because it's very medium and it's only good in very specific matchups. And those very specific matchups are Jund, Bant, Control slash Blue White Control, Stoneblade decks, the Eldrazi Tron decks, like mid range matchups. That's the only times where it's good. And it's much, much worse than Bailoff against Mono Red Prowess and stuff. That's like 80% of Titan player. GP problem is just their face. Yeah, fair enough. All that Titan is just taking a shit in the woods. I disagree. This is like coming at your face. Like it's just jumping towards you, right? You are the victim in this art. In the other one, the Titan is just a spectator. A spectator. Found you look versus which way did he go, George? What? Found you look versus which way did he go, George? I have no idea what you're saying, Kenpachi. Um, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Precisely, that's my point. Would you not want Celestia with Sunhome? Yes, we just fixed that. Sorry, that was my bad. I'm just waiting for Secret Lair Prime Time. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that product. That's for sure. Yeah. Honestly, like the most beautiful Titans that I've seen are now owned by my friend Garrett. Like he has some sexy Titans. He has the Four Seasons Titan, so he has the OG art, and each Titan there's one Titan that's altered for winter, one is altered for summer, the other one for spring, and the other one for fall. They are freaking gorgeous. It's so good. Found you look versus which way did he go, Jerry? Punctuation is very important. Yes, I agree that punctuation is very important. Um, OGs, I find you, and the GP is still looking for its victims. Fair enough. Yeah, Kenpochi, you're correct. You're correct. Exactly. Like this guy's not messing around. This one's coming at you. When nature calls, run. That's like such great flavor text. It's so good. Not only is the best card ever printed with the best art, but it's also just like the best flavor text as well. So good. So good. When nature calls. Maybe he's really taking a shit. um, Veil of Summer, no copy in the cyber. Can I ask why? Yes. The main reason for not playing Veil of Summer is that it's really, really hard to make work the way you want it to because we are tapping out all the time, very often. And also, it doesn't answer the stuff that we want to answer. Like a lot of the problematic cards against Amulet are not counter spells because we can answer those with Cavern of Souls. Um, but they are permanent based hate like Ashiok, Blood Moon, and like Damping Sphere and whatnot. And those don't get answered by Veil of Summer. They get answered by Mystical Dispute or Beast Within. And even Cavern of Souls, even Aether Gust, Veil of Summer does nothing against. And we have Cavern to take care of all the other forms of counter magic. OG Werebear, flavor text is the best text. Let's check it out. I actually loved Werebears. Like this is one of my when I just started playing. It was during Odyssey, which is where this is from. He exercises his right to bear arms. Oh man, that is such that is such that kind of text. But yeah, so when I just started playing Magic, it was actually in Odyssey, and Werebear was one of my first cards that I actually owned that were actually good. Can't wait to run my regionals with this. Oh yeah, this list felt pretty good. I liked it a lot. Shitting on the opponent, nice. Sorry, but best art goes to 7th edition Flight. Let's check that out. 7th edition Flight. That's 9th, 7th, 7th. Flight. Is that a merfolk flying? What the hell? That's funny. All of these flight art are pretty nice. What the hell is this? I don't even know what this is. Why does it have wings also in his ankles? Or like it's his legs or something? I don't even know. I love how this one isn't even flying. It's not even flying. What a bad card. Yeah, I mean, card design has changed just a little bit. Just a little bit over the past years. And by past years, I mean past 20 years, of course. Yes, a more beautiful version of Titan is iconic foil. Ugh, gross. No. OG art all the time. OG frame all the time. Always Titan. Tell Nigga he'll definitely want it. Brutal. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. I will be back tomorrow for some more testing, probably with this list or something very similar to this list. And yeah, we're gonna try to make sure that I am the best prepared possible before regionals this weekend. So I ordered my Dryads on TCG Player using my link, by the way, which you can use to support the stream at no extra cost to you. So if you want to support the stream for free, you can do so by using that link. So I use my link to purchase my Dryads, but I'm not sure whether they will actually show up in time. I will definitely need to figure out how the hell I'm going to get a hold of an Uro, but that's a problem for tomorrow's Francisco, not for today's Francisco. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very, very much. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out all the other videos in my YouTube channel. Thank you and have a great day.